Welcome to Plant-Based with Love, the podcast. Two spirits navigating dating in a meat eater's world.
Welcome to Plant-Based with Love, the podcast. We are your hosts.
Yes,
I am Ayamashep.
And I'm Pendu.
And we are two souls on the journey of plant-based love, finding equilibrium in a world full of carnivores.
Sure indeed.
Welcome. This is our first inaugural episode. And I'm ready. I think it's going to be a beautiful journey.
Absolutely.
Here. Everything in moderation and balance. What do you think? Love?
Always balance.
Yes. We truly have some wonderful things in store for you. This episode is brought to you by Push It Forward Media Group in conjunction with Push It Forward Media Group. And we have a great episode in store for you today.
Juicy.
Yes, most definitely. So today we will be discussing the adventures and misadventures of plant-based dating and relationships. We like to call this episode 1, we're going to call it What's Beef? I know you're not going to eat that.
Hello.
So, we're just going to, I guess, get into it.
Who are you?
Me, I guess first, just talk a little about us, right?
Yeah, who are you?
Who am I?
They don't know.
They don't know. You know me, but
Exactly.
But yes, I am Ayamashep, and I've been vegan for about 4 years now strong, 2 years vegetarian before that. It's been a wonderful journey. Just learning more about health, learning more about balance, learning more about, making sure that my body is optimal and for optimal health. And once I made that choice, the plant-based is just the only way, when you're eating in a scientific way.
Hello.
So because it's better to eat by science.
Exactly.
Instead of by taste. But once, it took a little while. It was a bumpy road at first, but once I made that transition, it was I felt right at home. So
Good.
So yeah, how about you, love? How long? Tell me about your journey.
I only know this way of life. I was actually born this way and vegan before people called it vegan. I really honestly was shocked that the world ate meat because our family was very big on the science and this is the way you're supposed to eat. That's human. That's supposed to be, this is normal.
Really?
So when I was a child, I was like, oh, people eat animals. So this is weird.
Yeah.
So I would say for me, it was more just trying to live in a world that this didn't seem normal to me. I have no idea what this big deal about cheese and chicken, and I just don't get it.
Wow.
So I feel like I have a different kind of journey, but I know I'm not the only one. There's many people that share my journey, but can I meet them? Hello, where are you?
Well, yeah, there definitely are a few out there. I mean, of course, the media, and if you just go by what the mainstream is going on, it doesn't seem that way.
Exactly.
But definitely now, with the whole wave that's going on right now.
Now my friends want to be like me.
Yeah, so I'm sure there are a lot more. You're going to run into your tribe. Well, you're definitely in the right place now.
Oh, absolutely.
In
Atlanta. Once I found you.
You'll meet more. Oh, for sure. Definitely. They're all part of the journey.
Yes.
All right. So that's a little bit about us.
There you go.
So, I guess we'll go ahead and get into it.
Let's get into it.
Yeah, let's get into it. Well, as I said, we have some thrills, some chills, some wonderful surprises in store for our first episode. The great thing about this episode is it won't just be us. We actually have an illustrious guest here along with us who's going to chime in and give us add some great value to this episode today. We have a great friend of mine. I like to call him my brother, Harut. is stopping by the podcast today. My brother Harut, who is a filmmaker, director, producer, influencer, the CEO of Knife Lord Films and Push It Forward Media Group. I have our great guest Harut on with us today.
All right now.
Indeed, thank you for having me, man. I got this. You handed me this shot over here, brother.
Hey, man, take it, man.
What's in this thing?
Hey, man, take it, man. It's good. It's good.
Tell me what's in it, man. What you got in here?
Well, you know, we got a shot of that good black currant gemotherapy.
Okay.
That's the real shot right there.
Oh yeah, most definitely. That's the shot you want to take. That's the shot that they will get you right. So, you know,
I could toast to that, man.
Oh yeah, yes. Salute to good health. To good health. Yeah.
Boom.
There you go. Yeah. Just, you know, when you get a little bit of that black currant in your system, they say it's the coronavirus killer. That's what I heard. You know, that's what I heard. But you know, it's definitely great for allergies, and it's a great remedy for all of those things. Of course, do your research. Of course, all of this is for entertainment purposes only. You want to definitely seek your medical professional for professional medical advice, of course.
Indeed.
And everything here that we discuss is anecdotal and all in good fun. So yes, but no, get you some black currant Jimmo for sure. Do your research. It's amazing.
Research is good.
And it tastes good too, right? Right, bro? It wasn't too.
It does,
too bad.
man. It's much better than, you know, my back in the days with Patron and, you know, the whole nine. Better than that.
Right. Toasting the good health.
Indeed.
Well, that's cool. Well, yeah. Hey, so I think we've started out. We laid the pathway. So I guess we can just jump right to it. But well, first of all, though, before we jump into it, we just need to let the people know, right? This show will be found wherever you can find podcasts. You can check us out, Plant Based with Love, on Facebook, Instagram. Those are all the places where you can find us.
Yes, indeed.
And yeah. And hey, how about you, Harut? Why don't you tell the people where they can find you?
Well, they can find me on Instagram at Herut Life. That's HerutLife on Instagram, and pretty much you can find me there. And then at Push It Forward, PUSHITFWD on Instagram. And you know, if you connect with me on Instagram, you can find me everywhere else. So yeah, that's the best place to get me.
That's right. Cool, man. You just had a new film drop, didn't you? Yeah,
I did. The Gentle.
Yeah, man. The thing is nice. So
check it out.
So if you're out there listening, go check out The Gentle. Just go to YouTube, pull it up.
Got a couple special guests.
I wasn't gonna mention that. I was gonna be modest. I'm not mentioning it because I am. My handsome mug is in there. And my love is there. Also, she did a little choreography, right?
A little bit, yes.
A little bit.
Yeah, check it out. It's a great film. Period.
It is. It's just great film, great message, right?
Appreciate that.
Great cinematography. So yes, go check out The Gentle, and you may just see some interesting faces there.
Yes, you will.
Yeah. So moving right along. The thing, like we said, the theme of our show today is the adventures and misadventures of plant-based dating. You sound like you want to chime in on that. You can chime in on that.
Adventures and misadventures. That's the truth, especially for those that are a little more militant, I would say.
Would you say you're more on that end?
Oh, I'm definitely more militant because you can't even cook in my kitchen if you are going to cook some flesh. So, but that's, again, keep in mind, when you grow up this way, you think this is the way. That's it.
That's true.
So when you try to...
That's true. That good peer pressure. That's what you would call it.
So the dating life, let's just say.
That. Yes.
Good peer pressure.
Exactly. There was a time I thought that, okay, maybe I'm meant to just be a solo on an island by myself.
Really?
Because I was like, nobody out here doing this thing. So...
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Well, yeah, well, yeah, it's interesting. I guess your story, would be a little more interesting because you grew up that way, right? And then having to transition into the world.
Right. Where I'm seeing this world is some different place. I'm like, why are you guys eating animals when your body is not a carnivore? So, again, I'm saying this at 4 years old, I was breaking down. That has casein in it. Can't eat that.
Right.
At 4.
Yes.
That has whey in it. People are like, how does a 4-year-old know this? And I already knew what that was already.
In true Sagittarian life path.
Always preaching to somebody.
But hey, it's good. It's good that you're preaching the good thing, though.
Right,
it's not like you treat it bad.
What is it, ascendant or moon?
Oh, I'm my ascendant and my oh my goodness, what am I? My sun is the Sag, and my ascendant is Sag. My moon is Pisces.
Okay. I understand. You got so both Jupiter rules.
So you all about the science then. You was perfect. You were, like I say, you had some good karma in your past, like to be born into a household like that where they were scientific and
from the beginning. Clearly,
for sure. Yeah, I definitely made the transition. I migrated over to this,
which I'm so happy you did.
To this life. So, yeah, but dating is interesting though.
Oh, it is.
You know, the dating world.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness. Should I start or should you start?
I mean, either way.
Well, I'm gonna go into high school when I start there.
Okay?
Because
dating in high school.
I barely.
Well, do you really? You count dating in high school though?
That's not. Yeah, that wasn't real.
That's not real dating.
Let's go to real dating.
Really?
Let's say for me that would be after college.
Okay, after college. So guys say, hey, I'm gonna take you out.
And I would say, okay, where we going? And so that's where I don't want to use the word judgment, but that's where basically the judgment. Let's just be honest. That's where it started. So they said like anywhere where I knew was like a meat place, I may have declined on the date. And I'm like, okay, no, we're not.
You just be like, I ain't going.
I would already cut it off.
So he like, Pindu, hey,
steakhouse. Okay, no.
I'm gonna take you. I'm gonna take you to Ruth Chris.
And I would say, I don't know what that place is. So then I would ask a question.
Oh, okay.
I would say growing up.
Well, I'm going to take you to the steakhouse, basically. He trying to impress you.
Then I was like, then it's already a wrap.
You declined it. You declined it off
be like, next. I erased the phone number.
What?
Oh, yeah. I really didn't play.
That's tough.
That's real tough. That's real tough right there.
Totally like, we're done.
Oh, it was a hard sell then, huh?
And so let's say we make it to the date. Let's say they're like, we're gonna go to Veggie House or whatever.
Okay.
But let's just say
you got to do some studying to get with you.
But let's just say he orders. I just wanted to get this chicken, and so he can do that. But then I'm looking at him funny, and in my head I'm like, okay, that's the last date. That's it. So basically, and someone would say, why do you care so much? I'm like, well, doesn't he want to touch me? You see what I'm saying? Like, you cannot touch me if you have that in your body. So I would say that, again, it goes back to, like, for me, like, why do you even eat? Does the person know why they eat?
Yeah.
So, and I think that's where maybe I took it too seriously. But I don't think, to me, this is your body.
Your body, you got to be serious about your body.
Exactly. It's your vessel. You don't.
Like they say, health is wealth. You got to be serious about your body.
And then how you think about your own body, then how are you going to take, how are you going to think about me? So I feel like you got to take care of yourself.
Well, that's a good way to look at it. I just remember when dating, right? Once I made the transition, and you're trying to date or go out, right? Mm-hmm. And I wasn't that, rough and tough, right? So, I'm trying to take a sister out, whatnot. And we hit the restaurant, and most likely it's not a vegan restaurant, right?
Right.
So you got to try to put something together on the menu.
Mm-hmm. Take from here, the appetizer.
Or, you looking silly just eating some fries and
baked potato with no butter.
Baked potato or like, or like you got to reorder your thing 3 or 4 times because they sneak some cheese or some milk in it, and it's like you got to go off on the way. I got a lot of free meals like that though. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sure. By the time they bring it back like the third time, it's free.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's free. So I guess that was one perk.
Yeah. And they were okay with. I guess, I don't know. How'd you feel? Like, okay, I want to kiss her. How did you feel about that?
Oh yeah. See, that's tough.
Knowing that she just had like the steak.
But I mean, at first, I didn't necessarily think about that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I mean, I know you
That's
you
all
weren't
I
having
think about.
You weren't having that.
Yeah, he's a hunter, man. He ain't thinking.
I ain't really thinking about that. But it's funny though you say that because I have heard plant-based people say women
Right. Exactly.
say that like their bodies reject non-plant-based people.
Yeah, I believe it because it's still think about it. There's an exchange.
It just dry up like.
I mean, let's just be real. There's an exchange, and so I don't want to exchange with someone that's
tough.
Not.
I got to see the study on that. Like, is it this? The hormones just turn off.
That makes sense, though. I mean, from a woman's perspective, to you know what I mean, because you're accepting everything.
Thank
so it's
you.
like, it's
right.
Yeah.
We think a little more. Yeah.
It's like
you're just like, hey, whatever.
She look good, man. Hey, you know, like nah. But yeah, no. Yeah. So yeah, dating is interesting.
Oh, can I add something in there?
Yeah.
The one time that this is in college, I forgot this story, where I was a little more, you know what, I'm gonna try to not be so militant. So this is college. So I'm like maybe a junior, and this guy asked me out on a date, and I'm like, he's like, where you wanna go? And I'm like, I don't know. He's like, Olive Garden. I'm like, you know what? They have vegetables there.
Yeah, you could do something.
So this is me trying to be like, I'm gonna be a little more flexible. So we go, and I order, I think, a salad, and then I'm like, oh, there's pasta here. What's in your pasta? They're like, is this some wheat? I'm like, okay, I could do wheat. I'm not, I don't have any gluten issues. And then I'm like, okay, what's in your sauce? They're like, they're all the questions, of course, because I need to know what's in your sauce. Oh, just tomatoes. So I'm thinking, okay, I got pasta, the sauce, and the salad. Boom, everything's great. So we have a great date, get back in the car, and all I do is hurl out the door. Hurl, throw up, whatever word you want to use.
Party foul.
Yeah, it was horrible. And of course, that was the last time we ever seen each other, but I feel like, did somebody try to sneak something in that? To this day, I don't know, because it was literally just pasta and sauce, salad. But I feel like somebody snuck some butter in there or something.
Some broth.
It probably could have been
chicken and beef broth.
I mean, but that's the thing. Right.
Yeah, so I feel like from this day, I said, that's why I'm not doing that again. No, so I felt like, no, stay militant. Stay militant.
Yeah.
So,
well, in that sense, but that's the thing. These restaurants that are not plant-based, they don't have the sensitivity. They're just like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, right.
Like, no, my body literally was like, and I said, that's a great body. Thank you, body, for doing that, because whatever it was out of my body.
Yeah, whoa. I can imagine taking a girl home on a date. She just early in your car.
It was over. I mean, that was fine. He probably thought I can't. And that's fine. But I just felt like that day was the end of me trying to be flexible. I said, no, I'm going to continue to be this man.
Well, you tried, though.
Exactly.
You tried. And I guess the thing, too, right? A woman is, your father, I know your father, and he's militant.
He is the king of the militant.
So when, I guess as a woman, the first woman, man she falls in love with is
true.
That's the standard, right?
Right.
Is your father. So, yeah, he would have a tough act to tough act to follow. I mean, I'm just saying, you growing up dating, you trying to
exactly. So nobody they would have to be.
You was vegan before vegan.
Exactly, before people knew what it was.
So that would probably be a tough act to follow. I feel you. I'm glad. Yeah.
Yeah. What about you? Any other crazy stories?
I think that was just, as far as just the dating thing is just, just trying to go to restaurants, man. You're trying to get to know somebody or.
How about family gatherings or anything?
Well, just, that's something too. It's just, you get those stares.
Or how about having to eat before you get there? Make sure you eat before you come. How about that?
That's a strategy.
Vegan hack number 1.
Right.
Yes.
Just be fed.
Yes. Yes. The plate before the plate. I'm sorry, but the plate before you get there.
Yep, that way.
Or the plate in the car.
Exactly.
Your snacks. Something.
Yeah. Make sure you stay fed.
Yeah. What about like parties? Like.
Oh, I just learned to just don't eat at a party. I come to dance. I'm a dancer, by the way, but I come to dance, and I literally
a wonderful dancer.
Thank you.
Choreographer, extraordinaire. Being a little modest over there.
Thank you. Yeah, just a little something, but yeah, I just stopped party. Appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying?
But yeah,
you need any choreography. You need to go and drop your tag too, love.
I think it's chilling.
Where they can find you again?
Oh, at Pendu Dance.
If you need choreography, hit that up.
And at Afro_sexy. That's my company.
Absolutely.
Right. So there we go. But yeah. So parties, like what about you, Atef? Like you what about you, Arut? You being plant-based at parties, trying to get to know people. Did it play any factor? No, socializing. No. You never understand how much eating is social, though.
All of it. Eating is mostly social.
For me, I mean, if I'm going to a party and I'm expecting to like network, and I never like eating.
There you go.
Yeah,
for that type of thing. You know what I mean? So
there you go.
I always was like, it wasn't a big deal on that end.
Don't really play it because you're not really there to eat. Like you just
do your work.
It's more about maybe whatever we're drinking and stuff that. You know what I mean? It's
hanging
probably
out.
more of a barrier than anything.
Right.
I have my cup of water, juice.
Right.
Yeah,
But they got the vegan wine now.
Oh, of course, which I used to.
Now they got.
Now. But I mean, I still at parties honestly never really did that either. For me, partying was to dance. Get my freestyle practice on.
Yeah, it was. So you be the one in the middle of the flow,
Exactly.
just going ham. Yeah. I remember them people.
I'm a two-step guy, man.
Me too. I'm with you there. I might just be standing on the side watching. You know what I'm saying?
A little too skip,
I watch her in the middle of the flow. All right. Well, yeah. Like I say, that dating world, man, is something. I guess it's a little more different though when you necessarily go, into the actual relationship, right?
Oh, once you're in a relationship, I feel like it could still go either way though.
Really?
Depending.
Yeah.
Again, stories. Like right now, we're doing great because we're on the same page.
Yeah.
But
thank God.
Oh, thank God, I know. But I've realized there are some people, and okay, I'm going to give you a scenario. So, this has been an experience that I had where, okay, he's like, yes, vegan or whatever, and I'm vegan, but it still didn't work. You know why?
Why?
Because I would be like, okay, your family's coming over. Oh, they're going to bring their chicken. I'm like, no, but no meat in the house. Because I don't even believe in bringing it in through that door. No.
Rules for the household.
You see what I'm saying? Rules for the household. And then, now you can wash the dishes. Oh, no, those sponges are only for vegans. You see what I'm saying? Or there's a sponge right there that got to stay right there in the corner, and that's for your non-vegan food. So I feel like there's still rules that people have to be on the same page.
Yeah.
Because how deep is your plant-basedness, if that's a word?
Plant-basedness.
So yeah, that's a big thing because I don't know if he was going there.
Yeah, that's it. We going there.
Yeah, so
we going there. Yeah. All the way there.
From my personal experience, I was plant-based maybe about 5 years before my mate became plant-based. You're a
patient man.
Very patient.
Well, I mean, it's because the thing is I got a life lesson of I have to interact with a lot of people from different walks of life in general, so that's kind of like my task in life. So
I can see that, man. Being able to adapt is a key skill.
Oh, absolutely.
Key skill. Yeah, period. But definitely
indeed. So it's a you learn how to influence someone else. Because it takes time. I mean, at the end of the day, everybody is their own. I mean, we're all one, but everybody's their own individual.
Of course,
their own individual thing.
They got their own journey.
Exactly. Right. So they have to come to that, revelation on their own.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's it.
Stuff like that. So
nothing wrong with that. Right. Nothing wrong with that for those mixed couples out there.
Right. Exactly.
If your mate ain't necessarily on the same page, I mean, everybody got their own journey.
Right.
So
it's communication. I'm sure you guys had to have a lot of clear communication. I'm assuming.
Yeah, but for when I started this, I mean, and you definitely know about this because you've been doing this from day one. It was not the plant-based environment that we live in today.
Ooh, it's lit now.
Not even close.
Can I tell you?
It's lit. I'm glad. Being a migrated vegan, I'm glad for this time.
Literally.
Because the stores my mate got is like,
Yes,
ooh.
like my treat for, do you know about just have some apple, banana, and tahini? Ooh, that's like a treat right there. That's like ice cream.
Yeah.
And now there's ice cream. There was no
20 different kind of ice cream.
growing up.
The best thing I had
Nice
when I
cream,
started
brother.
was Tafudi.
Yes, that was the first one. Exactly.
Yeah, Tafudi was the best thing and that's like
And that's still
nobody even eats that.
Nope.
Right, right, because there's so many
There's
different
so many
choices.
other ones
And they're
now.
better
There's
than
so many
Tofudi.
different choices.
Tofudi's
Oh, yeah.
tastes like spat.
Exactly. I remember in regards to cheese, like I think one of the major
They
brands,
barely had cheese.
Galaxy.
Yes.
Galaxy.
And it
I
was
never even
terrible.
heard of that.
Right.
It was
Yeah,
like
this
it
is
was
old
like
This is old school.
It tastes like paste.
It's just.
it tastes like powdered milk. man.
Powder. Ooh,
I mean, like you would put
powdered
it in the oven and it would not melt.
It would
Ooh, ooh,
And I was like,
no.
so this is what cheese supposed to taste like? And people were like, no.
Nah.
This
I was
ain't
like, this
cheese.
is cheese? Okay.
You know, so I was dealing with that, you know, and then just navigating that. So
Yeah.
pretty much, man. I mean, we've I adapted almost like a East Indian diet. You know what I mean? So in regards to eating a lot of
Smart.
lentil,
Yeah.
lentil,
Yes.
dishes.
East Indian can be
chickpeas and stuff
made-
like
See?
that.
Okay.
East Indian can be made vegan very easily.
Oh, of course.
Almost anything.
I mean, most of the
East
stuff is
Indian.
already vegan. Anyway.
Yeah.
Exactly.
East Indian, yeah. The meat is added later,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
Most
Yeah.
countries actually, but through my travels, I would say that meat is added on the side.
Mm-hmm.
But like even in Africa, people always think, oh, Africa meat. And I'm like, actually, no. I was in Ghana and they gave the vegetable stew and then the banku, that's like fufu, and then the plantains, and the meat was on the side for those that wanted it.
Yeah.
And I even said, in that sauce, is there any meat? They're like, no, there's no meat in this.
Yeah.
Any milk? They're like, no milk. But of course, I'm trying to be careful. But everything was pretty quote
You asking
unquote,
all the questions, huh?
questions. But a lot of countries, things are pretty much plant-based. And then
Yeah.
they add the meat if you want it.
Meat is a luxury.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, because even like Ethiopians and stuff like that, like a lot of the Ethiopian restaurants, they have, most of them have a pure, plant-based
Yeah.
menu
Yeah.
because they do the Daniel's fast and stuff like that.
Right.
But when you talk to an Ethiopian, they like, yeah, this is what we eat back home, but we really be wanting to eat meat. Like it's
Because
a
it's a
luxury.
luxury.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean?
It's a celebration.
With the way how I may eat on a regular is like that's how poor people eat.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you was telling me that in Haiti, right? When you was in Haiti, right? You was
Yeah,
straight.
man, I ate good in Haiti.
Haiti, yeah.
But they
Shout out to Haiti. They just had their Flag Day, right? It was
did?
just recently. Yeah.
Yeah, they
Okay.
I mean, they have a lot of the natural resources there, but I mean, for feeding me, all the women there, they was like, "Oh, you're easy, man. We got you."
See?
Common myth, Mythbuster.
Exactly.
Eating vegan overseas is not that hard.
No, it's
you know?
not. No, it sounds like South Africa. They were exactly the same. They're like, Pandu, their accent. They're like, you eating pork? And I'm like, no, this is like basically, like you just said,
You eating
the
pork.
food that's how they ate on their other days. So what
Oh.
you said is correct.
Yeah, like you said, meat is a luxury, right? And then,
They even had like they call it spaghetti, but it's like ramen noodles and whatnot.
Yeah.
Just basically some thin noodles in a broth.
yeah,
And stuff like that, and they made sure it wasn't like a chicken broth or nothing like that. It was made with like
yeah.
just heavy onion, garlic, and shallots type of sauce.
Sounds good.
It was like ramen noodles and whatnot. That was just the but everything else. I mean, they had fresh papaya, all that stuff like that in the mornings and stuff like that. So we were good to go.
Yeah. Oh man, that sounds good. Definitely sounds good. It sounds good to me. Sounds like some good eating.
Hello.
You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Pigeon peas. Yeah.
Sure. Hey man, that sounds
I know,
like
see,
good
it's
eating.
making me
to
hungry now.
Yeah, for real. So yeah, As far as like you were saying, the household rules.
Right. There's so many things because now, let's say now you two bring life into this world. If you're not on the same page,
Parenting.
what do you do? Exactly.
Nah.
It's important. It's big important. I mean, even in regards to because, in most cases, you're not raising the child by yourself.
Right.
So you got grandparents involved and stuff like that. So you have to be established in where you're at so they can respect where you're at.
Exactly. You
Right.
can't be wishy-washy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because they'll slip your child some chicken or something like that. And if you ain't, you know what I mean, if one of y'all is on it and the other one is like, I don't know.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
your child will be, you know, craving steak, you know, at
Right.
and stuff like that. So that's important. I mean, it makes a big deal.
Yeah,
really
it does.
They think you think you're a butthead at first, but it
Right.
pays off.
No, I can imagine.
It
Well, the
pays
thing is, especially in the formative years, right?
my
Those
goodness.
first 7 years, a child is like a sponge.
Exactly.
They modeling behavior.
Oh my gosh, imagine
You know.
how I was as a child. Both parents on the same page. So I was a 4-year-old telling people about the casein is still milk. You know, I was 4 years old saying this. So it's because both
Sagittarius.
parents. Exactly. So I think it's really
Casein and
important.
milk at 4 years.
Yeah. So I feel like that's
My
important.
daughter's a Sag ascendant as well.
Ah,
I said,
yes.
a little preacher. You got a preacher, bro.
Yeah,
Let you know.
You got a little preacher on your hand.
and she's plant based from inception. Like,
Yeah,
Amazing.
that's what's up.
That's
Hit the
what's up.
applause on that
Love
one.
it.
Hit the applause on that
I
one.
know.
Yes. We need more scientific leaders in the world.
Seriously. Yes.
You know, it's better for the world.
Hello.
You know, yeah. So yeah, those rules are important. Now, I guess I do have a little tidbit on that. I mean, as far as like, I do remember. I guess this will go back to dating, though. Well, yeah, relationships. Yeah, I guess relationship too. I do remember having to cook like 2 meals.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, yeah.
Are you serious?
oh yeah.
You know, cooking too, like, this would be so much work. Like, okay, like, I'll cook my joint, I'll do my thing, and it'll be like,
She wouldn't eat your food?
nah, she'd be like, I can't just eat that.
Oh no.
I need some meat with that.
You know that
You know what I mean?
that's
Like,
interesting because
it's like, then I got to cook meat and, you know,
Yeah. I mean, speaking
smell it. And,
my Haiti trip. So when I went there, I was in Haiti for a few weeks,
Nice.
and so my mate was kind of like on that transition period at that time. So I had made like enough meals for the whole time that I was gonna be gone because she was trying to make that point,
yeah.
you know. And my mate, she's not a natal cook. You understand what I'm saying? So
Need
like,
to be cultivated.
Right.
Needs to be cultivated. Sometimes it's okay.
Right.
Sometimes you gotta cultivate it. You might not be born with it.
yeah,
It's okay.
yeah. So I definitely did that. I made some meals to be able to last her through the time that I was gone because
That's
she
so
was
sweet.
trying to put it together.
Yeah. How about that, man? Going back and cooking meat like after you done gave it up.
That's
How does
really
that
hard for
feel?
you guys.
But I know you.
I don't know anything about
yes,
it.
you don't know.
Well, I mean,
Like me and him got this
so,
conversation.
Wow.
I can take it like this because I'm like, you know, I grew up fishing, hunt, you know what I mean,
Yeah,
hunting
yeah.
and stuff like. So I mean, I can't even fake like I'm like, you know, a
No.
big animal activist and stuff like that.
Nah.
But I do understand. I wouldn't violate an animal unless it was pure 100% survival. So that's just kind of
Yeah.
where I stand with it.
No, I understand.
So, you know, I did that, you know, in regards of, you know, just making sure like keeping cohesiveness amongst the families, different, you know, extended families and stuff like that. I did do that even though I didn't eat it and stuff like that. So it was beneficial in that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For the socialization.
Right.
For the socialization, exactly. You know what I
For
mean?
socialization.
People they feel like they can still, because you don't realize how, you know, when you change your diet and you're not eating the same things that everybody else is eating, you don't realize how much distance you put between yourself and others.
Yeah.
See, I grew up with that distance.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Because your whole family was like that. So
That's right.
y'all were distant from the other immediate
Yeah,
family.
we were distant from everybody
people.
from the beginning.
Oh yeah, see that's different. That's a different.
Right,
That's a
but
different
going changing,
experience.
I could only imagine
But
how
yeah.
difficult that
Yeah.
is.
Oh yeah, you come to the family reunion and they cooking up fish and they cooking up
And they're like, "You not gonna eat
barbecue.
this?"
Oh yeah, you getting the stairs.
Right.
Yeah.
See, they knew us. They're
You
like,
get
"Oh, here
that-
that voodoo family coming." Isn't that shot? They would call us the voodoo.
At least y'all had a clan. Y'all could
know.
roll with a clan. When you by yourself
Why
and
they
your
had to call
whole
it voodoo, though?
shoot, ain't nothing wrong. Voodoo mean
Nothing wrong
power.
with voodoo, but they had to like use that word in a bad way.
Of course.
Like, "Oh, here they come." You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, it's like a, because personally, I didn't care,
Right.
but I needed to care.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, you know, for the sake
Personally,
of
I could.
for the sake of your social group, you need to have
Yeah.
some warmth there. You can't be that cold, right?
Well,
Was you saying? Well,
I'm saying, well, some of
Gotcha.
us kind of just came off as cold, and we're like, "Oh well."
Yeah.
That's what they got because we're not changing. You see what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Yeah.
Like we didn't budge at all ever. So
I
we
could
were
dig it.
seen as like, oh, they just again they would say the voodoo family, and we're like, I guess that's what we are.
Yeah, I can dig it.
Yeah, that's a compliment, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I.e. scientifically,
That's what it
yeah.
is.
So,
But I did it though. There was time periods where, especially earlier on, I remember like, cause I can legit cook.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like I'm not like
You
I never had a desire to be like a chef,
but you could.
but I could.
Yeah.
If I really wanted to walk down that path,
Yes.
I could probably do that very well.
You could
so
do
I could cook naturally.
I too
Yes,
come
you do.
from a line of
Oh, he can cook too. Yeah.
male chefs
Oh yes. And I'm so
from
thankful
before
for
me,
it.
so
Yeah.
I'm in that club as well.
Big up to the male chef. out there.
Okay, there is a talent that for cooking that males do have as well. So
Amazing. So amazing.
most definitely, so someone's talking from experience there. Sounds like.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So yeah, we get down. I get down. Like my brother here, he get down. My pops get down. Even my granddaddy got down.
That's
so
amazing.
you know, yeah. My brother, he get down.
Seems like
he
your whole
does.
family.
Yeah. So yeah. There are some brothers that burn out there. So yeah. So
yeah.
ladies, if you if you're trying to make that transition, you might want to find you
Hello.
a plant-based brother that can burn. He'll put you in the game, show you everything you need to know. So shout out to the plant-based brothers out there that get down. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
Sure.
Indeed.
So yeah. Yeah, so that's we pretty much covered the gambit there, didn't we?
Did we miss anything?
Well, one thing that's important, I mean, you just go back to the point of like, you got like a mixed relationship type of situation is,
Communication, I bet.
if you look at a plant-based diet as being, and I'm careful when I say this, as a more appropriate diet for our bodies and different things like that.
Yeah.
Whoever is the person who's leading that way, like you really gotta be like the leader in that thing.
Yes.
Lead by example.
Yes.
Lead by example
With
for sure.
empathy,
Yeah.
probably too.
Yeah, because you're not. I mean, that's pretty much anything that I stand on, and I'm like, look,
This is
this is what we doing. It has to be. You got to show the benefit
yeah.
to the people who you're trying to bring
Practical.
along with you and stuff
Make it
like
practical.
that.
Yeah.
So it's like, you may want to be like, nah, this is it. This is how we doing it, and I ain't accepting nothing else. Blah blah blah.
Right.
But
That line in the sand.
that person has to.
See the benefit.
Oh,
They have to come along.
Oh, okay.
They got to join
Yeah.
your team.
Yeah.
yeah. But also leading by just doing your life, because I have literally a best friend who's watched me 20 plus years, and I would say about 10 years ago they became plant-based because they're like, my best friend is still fierce and look at her energy, and oh my goodness, I didn't have to like preach or anything because
exactly.
like
They saw it.
they're not my partner, but they're just my friend.
Yeah.
But just watching, and so I'm like, wow, it took you that long. But some people, like you said, it's just timing, and so.
Yeah.
But I guess leading by example, I didn't say anything. I said I got tired of preaching.
Yeah.
I just kept doing me, and he's like, oh, she's her energy and whatever things he saw as benefit.
Yeah. I mean, hey, the gentle approach
Right. So sometimes we have to just lead.
can
Listen,
can be
we was talking
very
about-
effective.
We were talking about this earlier. I mean,
Yeah.
I cannot name a time where I've like actually sat down and had a conversation with my mate and be like, like we left with a resolution. I've never seen it happen.
Nah, it don't work like that. It don't work like that.
It's always about, what you living like and what, what I mean? And
Yeah.
they gotta just like observe and
Yep.
come to their conclusion their own. In my case, it's interesting. I mean, it's always came across as some like my mate, if she was here, she'll tell you like, one day I just like tried to eat something and I just got sick from it.
Oh, see?
Like out the blue.
The body
Yeah.
was like, that's it.
Yeah. So your body will tell you when it's time.
Hello.
Even when like the seafood thing, because before I became 100% plant-based, I ate fish for a whole year before I made that 100% switch. and my mate was still eating seafood and stuff like that, and I was like, man, she was eating some shrimp, and I was like, them sea roaches. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm taking off the exoskeleton. If I say exoskeleton to this day, she's like,
muscle memory, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey.
So it's just you don't know how it's going to develop.
Yeah, you just don't know.
I mean, like if we want to use a rule of thumb, you got to just be it. You gotta be it.
Be the change you want to see, like they say, right? Be the change you want to see, and just be patient, like you say. Have empathy,
Definitely, that way works better than the preaching.
Of course, like there was an old saying that my grandma used to say: "Talk don't cook the soup."
It don't cook no food, man. It's real, man. I mean, I bought like new. I mean, I was eating plant-based, and I was buying chicken cases. I mean, even to this day, you understand what I'm saying to a certain degree. Not to my mate, but like, for a mother and different things like that. They not eat like, but people when they see that they know where you're at, and they see that you have like a level of flexibility to be able to understand where they're at, and be able to look at they look at it a little differently. You know
they do.
So it's a long game.
Yeah, it's a long game.
It's a long game. It's chess.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
It is definitely. So if you out there in listening land, if you're in a mixed relationship, and be encouraged. Just keep keep doing your thing. Keep loving your mate through it all, and just keep being fabulous and healthy and energetic. And keep doing your thing, and you never know, because they watching.
Oh yeah, they are watching.
They watching, and keep showing the benefits. You ain't got to do a whole bunch of talking.
That's true.
One day they might just come in the door and be like, hey, what I'm saying?
What? I need to change.
Yeah.
They might get sick. They might just start.
Or they might just hurl. They start hurling. Like it's
and be like, hey, it's time.
Your body will tell you.
Your body will tell you.
You got to listen to your body.
Exactly.
That is a great point. I think, yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm going to add one more thing. For those that maybe have grown up this way, maybe you're like me somewhere out there, to just stand your ground. Because I'm not saying that it was bad that I tried to be flexible that little one moment, but I just felt like I knew that if I just stood my ground, I would get what I wanted, and I did.
Yes, you did.
So,
boom. I mean,
I must say.
Yeah, so
I must say,
I got what I wanted.
And I'm glad to say that I am what you wanted. I am what you wanted as the person that you speak of.
I'm so very, very thankful.
They're getting mushy.
Yeah, Ruth gonna tell us to get a room in a minute. But yeah, so yeah, like you say, just be patient, right?
Be patient, because
be patient.
I see everything I wanted is right in front of me.
Yeah, and you everything I want too.
I know I'm getting mushy.
My love. Well, yeah, I think that does say, I guess, also to be encouraged if you're out there on the dating scene. You're trying to find another plant-based out there. Hey,
they're out there.
They out there, most definitely. Maybe once we get the page going, maybe we're gonna have some plant-based hookups out there from the show. So if you're listening, maybe share it with somebody. So,
boom.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So, I guess before we got up out of here, we always like to share, right, a recipe of the week.
Yes, of the week.
Right, the recipe of the week is a nice lentil kale barley risotto.
I love kale. Kale's like my favorite vegetable.
Most definitely. I mean, kale is great. Yeah, you make an awesome kale too.
Thank you.
Yeah, most definitely. So, and we will be posting that recipe on our Facebook page,
Easy to make.
Instagram. Yeah, very, very easy to make. And you can check that out there. That lentil, kale, barley, and risotto. Lentil, kale, barley, risotto.
There you go. That's it.
For sure. And and also too, I guess, and we always like to do a recipe and a remedy every week. Mm-hmm. So along with that recipe, this week's remedy, we want to talk about vitamin C.
So important.
Boom.
Vitamin C. I mean, it's just, hey, if you're not exactly for everything.
Everything for everybody.
For everybody. If you're not taking vitamin C, get your vitamin C game up. You know, there is, I've even seen research where vitamin C actually can cure snake venom.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's crazy. You know. Yeah. I mean, there. I mean, just look, do your research. There are Nobel Peace Prize scientists out there that talk about like vitamin C and how it, can almost improve any ailment.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Supposed to help skin as well. But again, do your research.
Yeah, do your research. You know, this is not medical advice. Of course. But yeah, if you need to, you need to get up on some vitamin C. Because that's the other thing too. I mean, yes, we get a lot of things from our food, but a lot of things we don't get enough of from our food just because of the soil, right? The soil is depleted, and we're trying to eat scientifically, right? So if you do your science and you do your knowledge and you know that the soil isn't giving us all the nutrients that it should, so you may want to get up on your supplementation game, and definitely vitamin C is one of them, right?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Yeah. So there's a good book out there called Empty Harvest. If you ever want to just do a little research on supplementation and just why the food isn't necessarily enough for us as far as the vitamins and the depletion of the soil and stuff. I forget who wrote that book. Harut. Yeah.
I don't know.
But not offhand. But hey, we'll put a link of that on our Facebook page too. Yes. Empty Harvest. But yeah,
I got another one though for vitamin C specifically.
Oh yeah.
So Curing the Uncurable.
Curing the Uncurable. Yeah, that's a good book too, man. Excellent. I can't say anecdotally though that I remember I used to have these bad toothaches.
Oh really?
You know what I mean? That's just a tooth thing with me, just in the past, just when I was eating meat. And when I found out about vitamin C, I just did my research, and once I upped my vitamin C game, it's like them toothaches just disappeared, man. It's like, and it's very good for teeth too.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, he talks about that. His name's Dr. Levy.
Yeah, Dr. Levy, that's right. Curing the Incurable, man. That's a great book.
Yeah.
Get that.
Yeah,
excellent, man.
Cites a whole bunch of studies back in the day for polio and
wow,
all types of stuff.
Yeah,
okay,
man.
See, more research.
Well, yeah. So definitely get up on your vitamin C game out there, and hey, this has been fun.
I know it's been rolling. Thank you both.
Yeah. We want to thank our guest, Harut, for stopping by.
Appreciate it.
It's a pleasure, man. Absolutely.
Dropping some game on us, some heavy game for the mental. Mm-hmm. And just enjoying in a fun, light conversation and just
hanging out.
Appreciate it.
And just adding some more seasoning to the pot.
Seasonings, yes.
That's
I love
what we'll
seasonings.
Say. But yeah, it's been fun though.
Been a lot of fun. So
yeah, got to do this again. Yeah. Till next time. So hey out there in listening land, like I say, please share, follow, like us, subscribe. Plant-Based with Love, the podcast. This is hopefully to be the first of many to come. Many more surprises, thrills, and chills.
All that.
And so I guess with that being said, is that everything?
Yeah, we'll say have a beautiful night or wherever you are, day, wherever you are in this world.
Wherever you are listening
morning,
to this.
Afternoon or night.
Yeah.
Good day.
Yes, we want to say, I guess this is Plant-Based with Love, the podcast, signing off.
Peace.
Peace.